And aloha! Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm your host on the only program that is by a fan, for the fan, and absolutely about you, the fan.
So are you Guy or Guy?
Ed Danowski.
You're not in Hawaii?
I wish.
To Mr. Gary Younger.
Hi, Guy.
Hey, sir, how are you?
And Brock, how are you doing?
Doing great, sir. Doing great. Honored to have you on the show.
You know, I had the privilege while I was in the forces, in the Canadian Armed Forces, to take the Stanley Cup to Afghanistan. Only hockey fans would deploy to Afghanistan where it's 105 to 135 degrees every day, and they'd take their hockey sweaters and play ball hockey. This is a year for the Leafs. The Leafs are going to win it all this year. One of the players down the line said, "You got to be kidding. The Taliban got a better chance of winning the cup."
Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Holy fucking! Oh my goodness, Robert Thomas. Oh my goodness, Jordan Kyrou. I'll take a dirty goal. Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. Oh man, what a game. Let me bring in Brock. And AZ. AZ's hanging his head.
Oh,
my goodness,
sorry.
guys.
I was asleep.
Stunning.
You know what, AZ? You said the St. Louis Blues were going to come out. You said they were going to come out firing. And that's exactly what they did. Yeah. Well, I thought it was, I think they said it was weak because you said they're going to do this. They're going to come out and kick ass or they're not, you know?
Well, because essentially when you watch teams like St. Louis, like Arizona, the inconsistent teams that have talent, that's those, there is no in between. There is no, oh, they're going to play okay. It's either they're going to play fantastic or they're going to suck. There is no in between with these kind of guys.
Oh, I know. You know, this is, you know what? The power play goal really changed this game. It really did. It's not Kyrou's goal. It's not Thomas's goal. It's Hoffman's power play goal. Mm-hmm. And I got a text from Bob Morton, one of my good friends. And he said, "Hey, it looks like Berube made an adjustment." Well, yeah, he did. About damn time, right? You know, Berube makes an adjustment and we win. I'm loving it, baby. Well, it was McDonald's. Now I'm McDonald's. I'm loving it. No, this is the kind of game that we need. And that we absolutely, you know what? How many times this season have the Blues lost a game in the last minute? Right? Yes. 3 or 4 of them. This is the first one where we've won the game in the last minute. This is huge. This is huge. Winning a game in the last minute late in the season against a team that outplayed you for 40 minutes, 45 minutes of the game?
Hey, Guy. This goes back to that first game in the bubble when Kadri beat us with 0.1 second left, and things have never been the same for the Blues. It's crazy.
I'm with you, man. This is it changes things. It really does, and it's at a great point. Lance, I got to ask you this. Here we go. Mr. Goalie, that was a performance.
Yeah, it was
Bennington
really
in the third. That was a performance. That's the Bennington that I want to see in the first and the second.
Well, it's like I've always said, and if you talk to a lot of NHL goalies, present ones and former ones and coaches, you want a guy to make the saves he should. You want a guy that makes a big save for you when you need it to be, when you're down 3-2 and trying to come back, or down 3-1. Or you want that guy that even if he's having a bad game and you're down 5-4, you want him to come up with that big save that keeps you in the game. And that's exactly what Jordan Bennington did in the third period. He kept the Blues in the game when he needed to. And, a lot of people look at it and go, yeah, but he gave up 3 goals. Yeah, but not all of them were his fault necessarily. We discussed that earlier. Yeah. And when you needed him, I'm not saying he's Grant Fuhr, but guys, how many times have we seen somebody like Grant Fuhr do that? The Oilers are up 6-2, then all of a sudden it's 6-4. But in that third period, who comes up big with big saves? Grant Fuhr did. And that's why, in my mind, he's one of the best. I'm not saying Bennington is in that same stratosphere quite yet, but he sure looked very good in that third period.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is. Go ahead, Brock. I'm sorry, man.
I feel like I'm always interrupting, but I'm watching the notes here, and a very important thing that really subplot has happened tonight. John Hafner, his losing streak is over. John is watching.
Yeah.
The game, and they've
Oh
won.
my!
So I just want to say congratulations to John. I see you out there, and I know your pain, buddy. You're done. You're back.
Hey, you know what he needs to do? He needs to find and go buy 1,000 shares of a penny stock, and I bet you in 2 days it'll be up to $30 a share.
There you go.
That's what he needs to do.
There you go. Can any other player shoot the slapper with Hoff's accuracy?
Ovechkin.
Ovechkin, yeah. Right now, I'd say Ovechkin and there's one other player that's coming to mind that I can't think of.
I can't think either. But
right now, I mean, he's and let's see. I think we should do the same lineup. I mean, it worked in the third. He made adjustments in the third. I give him credit. Berube made adjustments.
Well, his adjustment was putting Zach Sanford in, and everybody hates Zach Sanford.
Yeah, no, but in all fairness, Berube moved him back to the third line where he's played most of the year. Yeah, so Hoffman went from the fourth to the third line in the third, right? And he also so he did move up. And not only that, I got to give Kyrou credit, right? I mean, he mishandled that puck, but if he doesn't mishandle it, it doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Right? The mishandling left wide open, Oh, Vegas already has scored. It's 1-0 Vegas with 18:30 left in the game. Wow, way to go, Vegas. A minute and a half into the game, and Vegas has already scored. Jason Nichols says he's picking his spots. I agree. No, I think Sanford needs to sit some more. I'm okay with that. I missed the last goal. What happened? Okay, Ryan, you know what? I'm going to try and explain this. So on a broken play back in our zone, what could have been a penalty, I didn't think it was. It looked like they both fell down together. The puck gets passed up into the neutral zone. Robert Thomas is Johnny on the spot, picks the puck between two wild for a breakaway and flips it above God, I'm so excited I can't think of the goalie's name now.
Cam Talbot.
Talbot flips it above Talbot with a minute left in the game. I mean, or 46 seconds. I mean, there was nothing left in the game. It was absolutely great. I think ROR was in on that. He made that pass, so I got a point. Who's the cutie in the cowboy hat? That is AZ Sports Guy, my friend Matt.
And my wife will kill me if I don't flash the ring.
Sanford needs to sit. Okay. I'm thinking so too, but I'll go with it. Bennington saved it after a terrible Sanford turn. Yeah, Bennington was dead on, man. It was great. I'm trying to catch up with comments, guys. So Magic Bounce, Magic Hands, Thomas. Yep. Love Grant Fuhr. Looks like the Tampa Bay game, just a bolt of energy, but Houston needs to give him a break. I agree with you there. Guido, great comeback. Vegas up 1-0, 10 seconds in on the Avs. Wow. Robert Thomas, the Duke of Goals. I like that. Strong period by the Blues. I almost called the score. We are the comeback kings. I'll take it today, man. I really will. Brad Pond, you guys, I'm trying to keep up with you. I really am. It's kind of hard. Well, man, there's more comments than I can keep up with. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was saying you're popular now. Like this is what happens when you make the big time, buddy.
Yeah, many great comebacks this season. Same with 6-on-5 third periods. I agree. I can't get to everybody's comments, guys. I apologize. No, there's so many here. Simple Simon. I'll get to new ones. They have to find a way to re-sign Hoffman. Okay. I got some news on that, but I'm not completely allowed to talk about it.
But I'm going to save you here.
Say again.
I was gonna take you in a whole different direction so we could just get off this topic. I know you don't want to be on this particular topic about Hoffman. So the thing that I want to talk about though is for the first part of the season, we've had terrible puck luck. Nothing was going right. How many posts? We hit 13 posts or whatever. Just nothing was going right. Well, maybe tonight things are shifting. Maybe things shifted over the weekend. Trying to be an optimist here, but I do really think that that type of thing brings cohesion. It brings a better mood in the locker room. It brings better camaraderie, and I think that the Blues can build off that. So, I'm not saying it's a game changer, but it sure definitely moves them in the right direction.
It might be a season changer.
But behind the 8 ball with the Wild, because remember, they have to win some games against the Wild, but they right out front, they got one out of the way. So that was good. You know what I mean?
No. You know what I had said, and if you remember, I had said we need 4 out of 6 points. There's 2, and this wasn't the game I thought we could steal 1, right? Yep. I think tomorrow's the steal 1 game, to be honest, right? They can't put Talbot back in tomorrow, right? They've got to go with Kaprizov, and the last time we had him, we let him up. Kakinen. They got to put Kakinen. And not only that, the Blues did something that very few teams have been able to do this year. They kept Kaprizov. They kept him off. They kept Thrill the Bill, whatever you want to call him. They kept him off the scoreboard, right? They kept him off the score sheet.
Hey, AZ, what does this do to the confidence of the Coyotes? I mean, you guys are still in it. You guys got a game tonight. I mean, what are you guys thinking down there?
What it honestly should do for the Coyotes' confidence is it should anger them, because they should be looking at a game like that San Jose game where they gave up 4 straight goals to open the game. It's like 25 minutes in or something like that, and say that's a game you should have won. You need to win out. You look at St. Louis getting the job done. They have to look at their own team and say, we have to replicate that. If we think we're a playoff team, we have to replicate that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if they take the message the correct way, and maybe, just maybe, they can get some things together. But the problem is, I don't believe this team is mature enough for that, because you see them blowing easy games, or quote unquote easy. Obviously, no game's easy in the NHL, but knowing how they're not quite there yet, knowing how the GM didn't give them any extra talent, knowing how they don't have Mike Hoffman, I see it kind of getting in their head if San Jose scores first. Because then we thinking this game's already going to start getting out of our hands. St. Louis won. They're going to start feeling the pressure, because that's the gut feeling I have with them when I see how they play.
That makes sense. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh man, I'm just thinking to myself right now. This is you have games in a season that really define your season. Right? And up until this point, the Blues haven't had that. They have not had any game that defined their season. This could be a season-defining game in my eyes. And I don't know if I'm talking too much out of my head, or if I'm just too excited, or any of that. But son of a gun, this is something that you don't see that often.
The voice of reason.
Oh yeah, okay, Lance. Am I overexcited right now, or am I going too far into this, or is this that game that you fall back on later and say this was the one that's changed the season around?
It very well could be. I mean, it's one of those games that it's been rare this year for the Blues. They let a team dominate them in the second period, but they came back in the third. We've not really seen that a lot this year. It could be one of those games, and I'm starting to get back on track here with him. One of the reasons I was a little late is I was hooping and hollering, and I didn't want to be yelling.
No issue, man.
Yeah, and but I'm going to save my judgment till after these 6 games against the Wild. And I want to get excited, and I'm very happy we've had 3 games. But I'm a realist. If you win these 3 games and you lose the next 5, what good did the 3 games do you? So I want to see them continue. And, if they play the next game and fight hard like they did in the first here, in parts of the first and in the third period, then they're going to win a lot of games. They really are, if they play that style for the most part of the first period and third period. if they play like they do in the second period for the rest of the year, it don't matter who they play. They're not going to win a lot of games. So yeah, I'm excited just like you, but I'm cautiously optimistic still. I mean, we saw them have that 3-game winning streak, and what they do, Guy, after that 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, they lost a couple of games. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be laughing at you, Lance. You got to read this comment. You got to read this comment.
I see it.
You're so mean.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Get off
Jordan
of my
York.
back.
That is the
That's
best.
awesome.
I'm sorry. That is the best. That's the best. I can't even hold it in. Oh my goodness. We're calling him up. He is now Brock the Up Banner. He is up.
Wow.
Bring some balloons next time, buddy.
Hey, this is how great
Loved me.
nicknames start.
I thought you loved me, man. Jeez.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Now every time I see him, every time I see him,
I couldn't hold it in.
every time I see him, I'm going to think of that dog on that show where he talks about the cone of silence. I have the cone of silence because he's not supposed to talk.
Oh yeah.
I'll always think of him that way. And, you know, Brock is kind of crusty and a curmudgeon, even though he's not in his 60s or 70s. But no, Brock, we're going to call you that because we love you.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness. Guys, this is what makes this show so good, right? This is the fan show.
Yeah.
This is the fan show, and they are honest
You're
with
not
us.
the one being made fun of. I mean, it's great, you know.
What are you talking about? I get made fun of every single show. I get made fun of my singing. I get made fun of my red face. I get made fun of every single show. My technical difficulties. If I have a show without technical difficulties, I get yelled at. So I get made fun of every single show. But that's okay. That's what this is about. Because this is the Blue
Tell
Note
my
fan
wife
report.
about this. Hold on.
This is the Blue Note fan report. This is the show that's by a fan for the fan and definitely about you, the fan. We're brought to you today by Forrest Crump Enterprises, Mike Zuka Enterprises, War Story Coffees. Go to stlfanreport.com for more information. And the Pick'em contest, the game is tomorrow, is open. So I opened it for tomorrow. Go ahead, Brock.
Hey, guy. Okay, my wife is standing off camera. She doesn't want to come on camera. So
Yeah.
someone wrote and said that I looked like the character from Up.
See? We win.
Yo,
When the
man.
wife is laughing, we win.
Brock, when your wife says it,
I've heard it.
she's being totally honest about it. She's not going to lie to you. Women are normally very honest to their detriment sometimes. But I was going to tell AZ Sports Guy, the reason I went off camera is I have a cowboy hat that I bought at the Calgary Stampede up in Calgary. And I was going to join you in the cowboy hatness of the podcast, but I can't find it.
Ah, come on. Sad
You know
yeehaw,
what?
boys.
Hey, for one of my shows, I have a Crocodile Dundee hat that I got in Australia.
No.
Good eye, mate.
Right? I'll have to pull that out. Now it's old and it's leather and it's not, I haven't taken care of it, so it may not fit that great, but I'll have to bring it out one show. This is what the Blue Note fan report is about. I'm sorry.
Guy, did you just describe yourself old and leathery?
Yes, I did. This is what it is about. Ryan Green, you're right. We the people, we the fan.
Yeah.
That's what this show is all about. And me and Brock have been talking a lot about what do we do to the show? What do we do to get the show more? You know what? I don't care. Yeah, I'm getting to the point that if they watch, they watch. If they don't, they don't. Because you know what? We as a group, and I know it's my show and you guys are my guests and all that, but we make this show what it is. We make this show as fun as it is, and it's informative and it's intelligent and it's hilarious. And I got a favor to ask of everybody. If you are on Twitter, you need to do me a favor. Go to the pregame show post that I put on Twitter, and you'll see Kimball's mom put great show in that, and I was sending her some stuff. We got to go follow Kimby's mom and tell her how great it is that she loves the Blue Note fan report.
Yes.
Go out there and let Kimby's mom know, and I don't want to broadcast somebody's Twitter address unless I know of it, but you can go look at it there and go from there, because you know what? This is what's neat. This is what it's fun. And, I'm paying attention to the other scores right now. I got to ask AZ, you're watching this game. Did you think that Oh, well, first of all, no. I'm going to change my train of thought. I'm going to post earlier. I saw Perron have a huge opportunity to blow somebody up on the ice. Guy had the puck. Perron basically stopped right before he hit him, and he allowed him to throw it over, pass it back or whatever. Then later in the game, on a kind of a mistake, Perron nails Ekman Arc in the head. Now, his head was down. I mean, his head was at waist level. But why didn't Perron do the kill there? Why didn't Perron light him up? You know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This was middle third period. It was still 3-3. Perron should have lit him up.
Do you want me to tell you why he didn't do it? Because he looked at it and thought it might be a situation that if the other guy goes down, he goes down, and it might put the Blues in a bad breakout situation, or it might put the puck in a bad situation. You've got to, you can't just go around, even if you're close to guys, you can't just go around hitting everything in sight. You can't do that. Because number one, you're going to get hurt, or number two, it's going to be a penalty. And I think at that point, when he saw the score and thought about the score, that's why he let up. Because the way the refs have been, and some people have said they're the reason the Blues have lost a lot. I don't agree, and I don't think Brock agrees. But you never know with the refs. They could have called him for roughing or interference or whatever the call they want to make up.
Oh, he still had the puck.
Yeah, but that's probably why he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it just, to me, that was the opportunity, especially in a tie game. A hit like that will charge your team. And not only that, it deflates the other team if it's a clean hit. And to me, Perron could have cleanly hit him shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to chest. He had speed. It wasn't charging, right? It wasn't charging. He didn't, take extra steps to get there. It was glides, and it would have, if anything, it would have put the puck, and it was in the defensive zone, our offensive zone, right? So this is a point where it could have done a lot. I don't know. I think it would have been a better time to hit, and I'm not going to bang on the other hit with Ekman Larson being out. Ekman or however you say his name, because that was a hockey play. I looked at that 3 different ways to Sunday. That was a hockey play. I mean, his head was down. He was bent down. Your head's at waist level. You get hit in the head, that's your damn fault.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Guy, real quick before AZ chimes in?
Yeah.
All right. If you think that's a hockey hit, what did you think years ago when Wilson hit Sundqvist? Was that Sundqvist's fault for having his head down? I think it's mostly Sundqvist's fault for having his head down. People are going to hate me for it.
Yeah, that's the play. At the pregame, that's the play. I forgot about it. That's the play that I was talking about. That Kimby and
Rivers.
Rivers, Kimmy and Rivers were talking about when they dropped the F-bomb, all the F-bombs. I was like, wow. But then, no, that's the play. I think the only difference with that hit, wasn't that against the boards, though? Wasn't Wilson's hit against the boards?
He was skating in. It was about 10 to 12 feet from the boards, and Wilson just took him out, and his head was down. And like you guys all know, I don't know if any of you played hockey, first thing your coach tells you, I remember it from the little kid, don't skate around with your head down. If you have to, you have to. And the older you got, the more they plowed it in two, because you're going to get your clock cleaned with your head down. And his head was down. So I don't think it was a bad hit. I think it was a hockey play. And number one, Schwartz didn't go for his head. Schwartz didn't. Those two just collided to collide. Schwartz didn't go out and intentionally put his elbow into his head. That's why, to me, it's a good hockey hit.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, no. And I thought it was Perron. I thought it was Perron on that. Ekman else.
I thought it was Schwartz.
Okay. I wasn't completely sure.
Yeah, but I thought I saw 17, but maybe I saw 57.
Yeah. Hey, Ian, oh man, look, man. Hey, Ian, I actually want to apologize to you because I'm not going to make fun. Your team played prevent defense, and it prevented you from winning that game because up until the third period, you should have won that game. But none of the penalties were bad penalties. None of those calls were bad calls. And I've been on refereeing heavily. I will not say that none of those calls were bad calls to me. And I don't think that they really missed any calls, to be honest with you.
No.
Man, I can't even keep up with the stuff here.
No, there was nothing that was really flagrant that they missed. Yeah, nothing at all. It was a very good officiated game. And I know we haven't, I don't blame the refs in most games, but we have talked about it, and some of these games have been terrible.
Yep. It happens. This was a fun game. Anytime you need the explanation of the NHL Player Safety Committee, just to go to the NHL PC there and they slow-mo and give it a specific reason to break down the film. I'm not really sure what you're saying there, Mike.
I think that's
sorry about that.
so
Yeah.
Check plays to see where the penalty.
Yeah. No, I was in there. I am aware of what hockey is. However, there is a time for hitting and a time for trying to make the play. Perron had the puck and was going for the play. No, he didn't have the puck. The other guy had the puck. This was a time when the other guy had the puck. He was coming out. Perron was coming straight on in. And as he kind of slowed up, Perron, snowed him basically, right? And Ian, I hope you come back tomorrow. We really want to see you. We just fell asleep and stopped attacking. I'm listening to what he says. Hey, come back tomorrow, Ian. Half hour out. You know what? I'm going to try a 45-minute pregame tomorrow because 30 minutes doesn't seem like it's long enough. And an hour, unless I got a guest, a player, is too long.
So you're trying to tell us that unless you have somebody like Rivers or Kimball, that Brock and I and AZ Guy aren't good enough guests to stretch out an hour? Guy, I'm hurt. Aren't you, AZ Guy and Brock? I am really hurt.
I'm offended, man. I got 30 minutes of eating a burrito and complaining.
hey, but you know what? Now we got an extra 15 minutes to help his wife make him that burrito.
There you go. There you go.
Burrito.
I want to say this. Over the
We're
past
making him hungry.
months, I've contributed 100,642 words to Guy's website, and I write stories for the website. So if I'm going to give it up for the guy that looks like Up, at least I want people to know I'm doing my part to make this thing work. Boom.
You all are doing your part to make this thing work. And no, I'm just trying to keep the fans engaged. That's all. I'm trying to find that sweet spot. And you guys know I love you. And you guys, God, man, Lance, you're an ass tonight, buddy. And I say that with love. Lance, I say that with love.
Sometimes I try to be very nice and civil, and other
Or a
times
burrito.
I want a burrito.
They're making me hungry.
Yes, I want burritos.
We can go to McDonald's.
Yeah, either that or a squid hot dog.
Squid hot dogs.
Octopus hot dog.
Octopus hot dogs.
Cheesy tots.
Oh my
I
goodness!
text this woman asking for a burrito.
This
She
is
wants to get
fun.
burritos, and she comes and yells at me. Oh, happy wife, happy life, boys.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Hey, Lance. First of all, you got to know that I said that with all the love in the world, my friend.
Guy, I don't get hurt by stuff like that, even if people mean it. Bring it on.
Hockey goalie.
Well,
Yeah, I used to get hell so much. I wore very thick glasses, and people would make fun of me until I got my contacts at 13. I've never seen a goalie with thick glasses. What's up, 4 eyes? Do you see 4 pucks? So trust me, I went through a lot of teasing. So when somebody calls me something, whether they're joking or not, I don't take it too seriously.
Did you have the bubble? Did you have the bubbles glasses like from Trailer Park Boys? Like,
People used to, not quite that bad, but people used to, when I was about 5 to 10, I had real thick ones, and then my eyes kind of settled down and they went more thin. But from 5 to 10, I had glasses from the time I was 18 months old. They were Coke bottle glasses, and people call me mayonnaise jar face and Coke bottle face, and it's hilarious. You guys can laugh. I mean, to me, it was funny too, because hey, if they're that genius to come up with that and realize that Coke bottles are that thick, there's some pretty good thinking kids there. So now you can call me whatever. I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Hey, where do you guys think the Blues go from here? I mean, again, we got one in our pocket, got a few more down the road. Again, I think tomorrow, people talk about starting Husso, and I'm not sure. I mean, should they ride the hot hand? I mean, let's start there. Do you think we should guide you? Would you start Husso tomorrow?
Yeah, I would, and I'd put him on a short leash. I put him on a 2-goal leash. I mean, I know, and you know what? You can tell him that ahead of time. You can tell him ahead of time. Look, man, just so you know, you're on a real short leash, and it's not your fault. This isn't on you, but I'm just going to put you on a short leash, and maybe that helps his mind a little bit. I don't know, Lance. If you got told you were on a short leash as a goalie, would that affect your mental, your thinking?
It wouldn't affect me. No.
No.
And,
So
yeah, I doubt he would say that. I doubt he would. Brubay's not going to say that. Brubay's going to no self-respecting coach is going to say that. He's going to go to Houston and say, "Hey, buddy, you're in net tonight. Do us a good, do us what we need from you," and so on and so forth. You don't ever want to go to a guy and say, "Hey, you've got a short leash, buddy," because some guys, even though goalies tend to be strange and can be tough, sometimes those guys, if it hits them at the right time and they're getting a chance, they're like, "Well, hell, I'm sorry. Well, heck, I'm getting my chance." And now he's going to tell me I'm on a short leash. Yeah. He won't tell him that, but I honestly wouldn't put him on a short leash. I'd put him in the game. And if they, for some reason, lose 5-1, 5-2, they lose 5-2, it gives Bennington a rest. He doesn't have to think about the game. He can just kind of relax a little bit and stay back, but I would have no problem with him starting Husso, and I have no problem with him coming back with Bennington. He played really awesome in that most of the first and the third and parts of the second. He really saved him in the third period.
Yeah, he was on tonight. No, and to me, I don't mind. I see what you're saying. I really do. I see what you're saying about not telling me he's on a Colorado tied it back up. It's 1-1. We're keeping an eye on that. I might run a longer post game tonight. I'll probably stay on as long as I can, and these guys can drop off as they need to. I don't, that's, and then, as long as you guys are watching and keeping us involved, I love it. Hey, this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and you're watching the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm brought to you today by Forrest Crump Enterprises, Mike Zook Enterprises, and War Stories Coffee. Check out stlfanreport.com for more information. And don't forget the Pick'em contest. It's open for tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game is at 7 p.m. Central Time. Want to ask you guys, Brock, you said, where do we go from here? Well, to me, I think, how most players say you have a short-term memory? I say you don't. I say you go in tomorrow into the locker room and you say, see what we did yesterday? We got behind and won this game. So let's go out there, play the first period like the third period, and show them that we're the better team. Show this team that's going to get third, because there's no way they're losing every game. They'd have to lose every game for us to have a chance to beat them, and we'd have to win every game. That's not going to happen. So let's show them that they're going to have a tough time. Let's make it hard on them. And that's exactly what I say.
Well, I want to get Lance's point of view of this, because I think, the players, for the most part, they do turn the page. That night they'll maybe enjoy it, but the next day they're thinking about, where they got in front of them. They got the Wild. I think any team that really kind of settles on their victories, they end up getting tripped up down the road. I think the losses will stay with the team, and those are things that people will remember. But the victories, I think, it's like, great, let's notch up in the book, let's move forward. I think there's some things to get excited about and things to build upon, but I think for the most part, they turn that page and they move to the next game. Lance, you played, I'll defer to you.
You can be confident that you won, but once that game's over, you do have to start looking towards the next game. Most guys, most professionals, you can get a little bit of a high when you win 3, 4, 5 in a row, but you kind of got to tame yourself down. You've got to, the guys that are successful, they can show emotion, but they know when to show emotion and they know when to keep it back. And, I think the Blues look at it and get a good win. Let's move on. Let's look at what we're going to do tomorrow night. That's what most players do. It's always good to look back after the season. That's when most players will look back and go, had a good season. We played some good games, maybe some games I could have done this in, but that's the way it is most of the part. And I want to say one thing. We've all seen the last year and a half, 2 years, trade Kyrou. We got to trade Kyrou. He doesn't fit our system. He's not a heavy player. He doesn't play two ways. Oh, Thomas, he's washed up. Too many injuries. We got to trade Thomas. Where are all those people now? Let me tell you where they are. They're going on about Thomas and Kyrou, but the next game, they'll be going on how bad they are. So let's be even keel, guys. These guys are young. They're still learning. I mean, my goodness. How would you be at 21 years old in the NHL, even with talent? It's daunting, trust me, to go from the juniors, from the minor leagues into the NHL. It is daunting. You got to go in with confidence, but you've also got to know everybody else in the ice is an NHL player. You're not playing against 70% of the guys that are AHL players anymore. There's very few guys in the AHL per each team. Out of the 23 roster spots, I think it is just like the NHL. You may have 4 or 5 guys that have a legitimate shot in the NHL, and 1 or 2 of those may have a legitimate shot to be good, to very good players. So it takes a lot to get in this league and win. And these guys are going to make mistakes. Kyrou's going to be flashy up and down. Thomas is going to be flashy up and down. So let's give them a little bit of slack here.
Yeah.
And I'll just to feed off that, I'll say all the rookies coming in are having a rough go. Three in the area, Kaprasov, is real streaky. He's good. And so, I think it is, there needs to be some patience for the young guys. AZ's back.
Yeah, we got him back. I thought his wife told him to get off. She was getting mad at him or something. So
wife's yelling at me.
Hey, AZ, they want you to do a show like this on Facebook.
Why not?
Brewster says
I'm going live for the Coyotes game tonight. I'm probably going to start going live in like 10 minutes.
Oh, you're going to go live while you're still with me, or you're going to bounce off? You're going to bounce off?
No, I'm going to bounce off in like 10 minutes, get that live stream set up after I go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got to get going right now. Thanks for having me on again during the intermission again. And I'm sorry that Brock and I and AZ weren't good enough to be on your pregame show. I know.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. You know what?
I'm teasing you.
I'm sorry. That was probably one of the best pregame shows that I've done in a long time. I was really, and the reason I didn't have anybody on, that was the first time that I've talked to Kimby, and I needed to build that rapport.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't feel that way.
I know that, but I'm just trying to letting everybody know I wanted to build that rapport, and I felt like we built that rapport instantly.
Great. It was great.
Right. And that's the kind of stuff that this show's all about.
Yeah, Guy, I can stick around for a few minutes after these guys bump off.
Okay, no problem, man.
Yeah.
So if you guys gotta go, you gotta go. That's fine. We're gonna keep talking hockey. Let's go over some stats real quick. Shots on goal. 32 for the Blues. They ended up coming back. 29 for the Wild. Blues were 2 for 2 on the power play with Hoffman getting 2 power play goals. Face off. Now the Minnesota did come back. It ended up being 52-48. Hits, 26 for the Wild, 17 from the Blues. We talked about that a little bit. Block shots were 12-11, kind of even. Giveaways 8-6. Kind of in that zone that we talked about. Hoffman, 3 points tonight. Thomas, 2 points. Perron got a point. Krug got a point. Kyrou had 2 points. Tereshchenko got a point. Perron got a point. O'Reilly didn't get any points. Man, I've been picking Hoffman. I would have gone with Hoffman and I'd have gotten 3 points. I let him pick or and I got nothing. I got 1 point for the Blues win. I got nothing. I got nothing out of this. Oh, well, but that's all the fun of it. And that was great letting him pick. It was fun having him here. I got to ask you, AZ, let me ask you this. If I could do an interview with any Arizona related star that you could be a part of, who would you want?
Arizona's had stars before.
I can think related. Maybe not in hockey.
Randy Johnson.
I can think of in football.
Well, I was gonna say, Randy Johnson's a good one, obviously, but I was thinking more if you could do I'm trying to get someone that would also be relevant to St. Louis. So I was thinking like Paul Goldschmidt, because that would be perfect.
I got a better
Cardinal, longtime D-back. I don't know how likely that is. Keith Kachuk?
Nope, a better one than that.
What's the better one?
Kurt Warner.
He did win a Super Bowl with St. Louis, didn't he? And then he came to Arizona and takes us to a Super Bowl. We lose in it because our defense sucks, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey, I got my stuff together. I got it in one sock tonight. And I'm just saying, because you know what? I know this show's going to take off. I know that more and more sports stars are going to come onto the show. I'm starting to feel like a Modelo commercial, at the age of 52, he decided to stop working in the shipyard industry and start a podcast. And if he was afraid of climbing a ladder, he wouldn't gotten bigger and bigger stars. And I'm starting to feel like a Modelo commercial, except I'm white.
I have no idea what reference that's to, but that sounds funny anyway.
No, the Modelo is a Spanish beer, Mexican beer.
The beer, yeah.
And they're doing these commercials about, if they were afraid of this, they had the barber who was lining up sports stars and Miami, the Latin DJ, and then they've had
Yeah.
the Cyborg on. You know, they're highlighting Latina people. So yeah, that's kind of what I was going at. But hey, you know, it's all fun. It's all great.
So
Say again?
I didn't hear Modelo before. I got
Oh, okay. Yeah. AZ, I got to know what you think Arizona's going to do tonight. Do they win or do they lay an egg?
Do you want my Arizona fanboy persona or my genuine opinion?
Genuine opinion. I know what your fanboy persona is.
That's just me being hopelessly optimistic. But no, I think they're going to lose. This team's not a playoff team. When you look at Arizona and the level of talent they had a good, solid team when Connor Garland was still healthy, Pitlick was still healthy. A solid team that isn't going to get you far, but you have your top 6 for scoring, your bottom 6 for some sandpaper and some depth scoring. It was working well for a while. The system was kind of adjusting. You know, they had enough, but it wasn't enough to go anywhere in the playoffs. It was enough to kind of get you to it. They didn't add anything ever since that move, and they're 2-5-0 since earning the right to compete for a playoff spot. I just don't see it. And if they would have won against San Jose the other night, and if they would have either completed the comeback or not shown up playing terribly, I would be of a completely different opinion, because right there you'd be on, I think, a 2 or 3 game winning streak right there, getting points. You're staying completely where St. Louis is and keeping it neck and neck. At this point, St. Louis is pulling ahead. Arizona is even starting to struggle against San Jose. That really should be more than enough to wake anybody up. This team simply does not have enough talent. I see them folding. I don't know how this team's going to really react to pressure, because they've only stepped up against St. Louis. Any other time they had an opportunity to get a lead or maintain momentum against Colorado or Vegas or anybody else, Minnesota, they lay an egg. So why would it be any different now, especially since they've already shown they can lay an egg against San Jose?
Okay, so I want to cover a question. Brad Pond asked, if Arizona loses, I mean, we clinch the playoff spot. No. Prior to this game, our magic number was 14. And what that means is a combination of points the Blues get and Arizona doesn't get. So today the Blues got 2. So now our magic number is 12. So if they lose, our magic number will drop to 10. If they lose in overtime, it will drop to 11. If they win, it stays at 12. So that's how the magic number in hockey works. They're really the only team that I think can catch us if we're playing, regular hockey. I mean, as long as we're not getting our butts beat every game, no one else. I don't think anybody else can catch us. I don't think the Sharks can. I don't think the Kings can. I really think it's a 2-way race. I mean, the other teams have a mathematical chance, but I'm still saying it's between us and Arizona, and it's ours to lose. It's our playoff spot to lose. And that's the way I look at it. Those 3 games in hand, while I get it, yeah, you have to win them. They're huge. That's 6 points. 6 points that you're taking, that you're adding, that Arizona can't get. That's 6 more points that Arizona can't get. And because of that, it does help the Blues I'd say the Blues are 80% to win that spot. In my eyes. That's kind of where I'd look at that. Guy, I don't care what anybody says. I lost the comment. Oh man, God, boy, I guess I'm behind the comments again. I don't care what anybody says. Benner might have changed that game after the second period, going after Talbot in the Minnesota bench. Yeah, they kind of showed that. Him and Talbot went after it a little bit. There might have been some fire there. I like to hear Arizona fans when he's talking to the enemy. 100% Hoffman. Got to bounce. Practice in the morning. Enjoy practice, my friend. Enjoy practice. See you tomorrow for the game.
I got to go, guy.
I thought the same thing and shared that on Twitter, but Lance Scott thought it was unnecessary. Maybe not. Roenick. Oh, yeah, I don't know about Roenick. I don't know. Roenick's a little bit polarizing there. What would be great? I'm trying to just catch up with the comments. If Arizona, no, I caught that one.
Hey, guy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guy.
Yes, sir.
Remember when we first started this, you were getting a comment every once in a while. Now you're getting the whole wave of comments.
Oh, I know. I can't even keep up with them. And that's great. I love it. Keep them coming. Keep them watching. Keep putting things in. Keep, stay here. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, don't if we can't get to them, we'll keep you in the mix,
Yeah.
We appreciate the comments.
We'll do our best. I can't get them all.
Except
Sorry,
the ones
bud?
that offend the co-hosts.
Yeah. No, those will put up for sure. Lance is so Duke from The Secret Life of Pets. Oh, Jordan, you got to say that when he's on tomorrow. You got to say that when he's on tomorrow. That is great. Not just an egg, but a goose egg, Arizona. Oh, man. Ashley Jones, I don't care. I love Benner because he has a FU attitude. I get it. You know, this was fun. Ashley, I'm always here. That's what she said. You know, this is tonight's. I'll tell you what. Tonight was one of those roller coaster emotion games that we got put through by the Blues, and it happens pretty regularly. And you and me talk about that.
Yeah. I'm trying to post something.
The third period. No, I'm trying to clean my thoughts up a little bit. When they came out the third period, and I didn't realize that they got a penalty at first. I thought the penalty was on us, right? So I was kind of turned around, and then when I come back, and then I seen that it was the Hoffman goal, I was like, wow. I mean, it was a beautiful setup, and it just felt like something changed. It really felt like something changed, and
it was a confidence boost.
Right? Yeah, big confidence booster.
Builder. And the thing is,
big one. You know, and the other thing that Kyrou's goal, you know what? You talked about puck luck, right? And what have I always said about puck luck? You make your own damn puck luck. Kyrou made his puck luck tonight. Thomas made puck luck tonight. They made their own puck luck, right? You make your puck luck by getting the puck in towards the net, by taking some off-angle shots, by flipping it in or on a breakaway, losing it, but having the guy. Talbot's legs were split, looked like the Grand Canyon. If he would have stick handled that one more time, it doesn't go in. The fact that he lost the puck is why it went in. Oh, got a question for you, Brock.
Sure. Who's my favorite Blue?
Yeah,
well, my favorite blue of all time, number one, is Pavel Dimitra, and I can't wait to get my article out on him. It's kind of in holding right now, but love Pavel Dimitra on this team right now. I like David Perron. I just like that he shows up. He doesn't really look for a spotlight. He just produces. He works with the younger guys. He gets everybody involved. So I respect that about him. I've heard him talk on the radio, and I feel like he's pretty open and honest. He doesn't play games. He answers questions, and he's accountable for the way the team's played. Again, I like Ryan O'Reilly. Again, notice the shirt. But again, I would say David Perron because he's had the history here with the 3 different shifts. I just found that kind of fascinating because he came in as a star, and a lot of people didn't get. I know Andy Murray kind of ruined him and maybe put him in a bad position when he first arrived and made him feel like he wasn't much of a professional. So I like to see him come back in this role. And I'm really proud of him. So
yeah, no, I'm with you. What signed gear do I have? I actually have a lot. My prized possessions. I have Mike Hoffman's game worn or warm up worn jersey of
the Plager
jersey, Bobby Plager's jersey. I got that. I have a signed Brett Hull Adam Oates 75th anniversary puck. I have a Tarasenko signed puck. I got a couple Tarasenko signed pucks. I have 2 signed pucks they're from Calgary, but they're the game that caused me to flip my flag over and I kept it flipped over until we won the cup. So I've got stuff like that. I have a Bowmeister cup, a Bowmeister puck, military puck. So I've got some signed stuff. I don't have a lot, but I've got some signed. I have a Brett Hull signed jersey like the one I gave away. I had a second one. So I've got some signed stuff.
I'm not a collector. I've never been. I've been to ball games. I got a couple things in there, but never really been much of a collector. But I respect people that do. It's a quite.
For me, being in the Navy for 20 years, it didn't make a sense to collect because of the way I moved, right? And some of that stuff you couldn't enjoy. But now that I'm basically in one place or not, now I have some resources that I can get some of this stuff. Now I'm going and collecting and going back and I'm becoming a collector.
Yeah.
But it means, I enjoy it. So they're talking about Pavel Demitra. They're asking about me going back to St. Louis. Brad Pond thinks the Blues can win the Cup for his birthday. Man, it's a tall order, but I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. Now, you guys were talking about Perron. Let me tell you something about Perron. If you go back and watch the video when he had the Cup, my day with the Cup, his son predicted we would win the Cup this year. Right? So check that out, because he asked, well, where do the Blues go? Where's your name going to go on the Cup? And he said, right here. And then his son looks and says, no, you're also going to go over here, 2 spots over. Right? So that's this season. We'll see. I hope so. I just kind of remember that. I was disappointed I couldn't get his jersey. Hey, maybe we can work on that for you there, Ashley. Who knows? Brock, your favorite Perron is mom's worst enemy. I want a Bowmeister puck. I ain't giving up mine, Ryan. Sorry, buddy. We have a hockey living room. I have nothing signed, so you've got more than me, guy. Rooster says same. And when Parayko comes back and slams a slap shot, players will get out of his way. And that's a huge thing right now. Right? I think this is huge that we won this game in comeback fashion without Parayko. Right? Because Parayko's injury is really affecting us. Jordan, I'm actually at the moment trying to plan a trip in September. Can't say much more than that right now. And I don't know much more than that, but I'm looking at that. So you want more things signed by Shen? I might be able to help you out with that. I'm trying to get over all these comments, Brock.
Yeah, that's great.
Brock, you watching he didn't finish that comment.
The other game. Actually, as soon as this is over, I'm going to go in the other room and take back my TV. I got kids.
It doesn't take the best team to win the Cup. It takes the hungrier team. Boy, we know that.
Yeah.
We have 30 things signed by Reeves. We have issues. No, you don't. You guys have a very special relationship with Reeves that I really love. I have a warm-up puck that O'Reilly threw me over the glass in Anaheim. Oh, that's cool. Are you in Anaheim? Are you in that area, Ryan? The reason I'm asking is because the train is moving forward. Wondering if the Avs gave us games hope. You know what? And that's a good thing, right? Guy, are any of your autographed pucks official NHL pucks? Yes. I have 2 official NHL pucks, and those are the ones from the Calgary game. That I have right now. Where are we at? I want him back. I think they're talking about Reeves. Ashley says, my birthday is September. Would love to see you in my birthday month. Who knows? We'll see. Wonder if Parayko is still injured because he never really rested him. And that's a possibility.
He skated today, and he was a pregame.
He did skate today, but he did not come out for the warm-up. So he probably didn't feel good. Philly 5-3 over the Cardinals. John says go to St. Louis in October. I wish I could. Is Guy coming to that would be awesome. Jess, that's part of the plan, but everything's up in the air. I really need sponsors. I need some sponsors to help pay for the trip. And that's what it comes down to. We'll have a show where we talk about that later, probably after the season. There was one thing back. So Ryan, you're in Orange County. Ryan, you're going to enjoy this. Next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, Monday's still a possibility. Monday's not set. I'm going to have from the Hockey Writers, Caitlin, and I forget her last name.
Roach.
Caitlin Roach.
Yep.
She's the Anaheim Mighty Ducks Hockey Writers correspondent. She's going to join us on the shows. She's going to come on the shows, and she's also on the off day. We're going to do, because I'm doing shows every day now. Every day I'm doing a show. She's going to come on the off day and do the show with us. So I'm going to have a Ducks correspondent from out where you are come on the show. So just to let you know that I'm trying to get out where, Brock has a connection to the Hockey Writers, and he's talking to them, and some of them are watching the show and they're loving it. So we'll keep doing that, we'll keep going.
She's got great perspective. She covers the Ducks and has done, they have a very young core, and I think they're going to be a team that down the road you're going to definitely hear about. They're just not there.
Oh yeah,
this year. So
I want to ask her about Tyler Zegras. I really do because I like that kid.
Yeah, well,
I want to see if they're going to handle him right.
Him and Drysdale.
Say again.
Him and Drysdale. They're building.
Him and Drysdale. Yeah.
Guys around
right.
Guys. So.
Harper got a hit in the face by Bryce Harper hit by a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. That hurts. David Carlson, hey man, a new show. Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. David, I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, joined by Brock from the St. Louis Fan Report and Hockey Writers. This is the Blue Note Fan Report, brought to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, presented by Forrest Crump Enterprises. Oh man, my stomach just said, yeah, sorry about that.
We're clipping
there that went. I'll have to do that one later. Oh yeah. Hey, Nathan Nichols saying hiya. Brian Green says, awesome. I got some questions for her ducks. Yeah, that's the thing that's happening now with the show. Kimby coming on, big thing. I might have a huge guest Saturday. And I don't want to say scheduled to appear yet because it's not 100%.
Yeah.
It's in the 60 range.
Can I say on that? Because what happens with these guys is that they agree to come on, they want to come on, and maybe their internet doesn't work, or maybe they can't get the link to work, or maybe they're just not at home. And it's not that they don't ever just like stiff us. It's not that they don't want to do it. Sometimes things come up and all that. I just want to make sure that's clear because everybody that we've talked to has been great and really gracious.
Oh yeah,
they appreciate.
We've had. Yeah, you know what? And this is the other thing. And I should have talked about it earlier. You got to remind me tomorrow in the pregame to talk about the Ed Stanowski interview and article. That's going to be really, really huge. I know who you guys are. Love the show. Oh, well, thanks, David. Appreciate it. He says, love the All-Star jersey. Appreciate it, man. Aaron, I have a 100th anniversary of the NHL Tarasenko autograph that I won by Ice Fest down by the Arch. For bringing a $10 toy to the toy drive. Oh, that's cool, man. Jordan's got to go. No problem. Hope you feel better tomorrow. Ryan says, I love the guest so far. Day 3 of watching. Well, Ryan, I'll tell you what you need to do. You've missed so much, bud. Go to the Blue Note Fan Report on YouTube. And you got to go and just scan through the live shows and scan through the interviews, the recorded shows, the studio shows. I've done interviews with I've done interviews with Grant Fuhrer, Darren Pang, Chris Kerber, Alex Ferrario, Gary Unger, Ed Stanowski just recently. I've had Tom Calhoun on.
Erica Weston. We did some on Erica Weston.
Yeah, Erica Weston. So Brad's telling me, Brad Pond, I put his stuff in. So St. Louis 4-1 for Braden Shin tomorrow. Okay, buddy. But also send that to me in a messenger because sometimes I forget. When you put it in Messenger, I remember it and can always put it in. It works. Tom Calhoun, yeah, I've had him. Free. Nothing is free anymore. You know
what? Can I say this? We love sponsors. If somebody wants to come step in and do some sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
I'm working on some things. You're working on some things. And it all makes the show better. And, that's not going in my pocket or your pocket. It's going to make the show better.
It's going to make the show better. This show, you really don't want, I'm probably somewhere around $5,000 into the show, right? In equipment and all of that other stuff. I'm somewhere right around that. So I'd have to have a lot before I'd even start making money, and that's not why I'm doing this. It's really not. This is therapy for me. This is fun. This is, it doesn't matter whether I'm having a good game, having a good game or a bad game. I've got people to talk to. I've got friends to talk to. I've got things that enjoy doing this with me. And I worked on your Stanowski interview. Actually, I got to talk to you about the Dimitra one. That's the one that, to be honest, and I'm not want to call you out, but that's the one we need some changes to.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. No, it's fair enough. You've always been good with me. You've always been good with me, and you've seen how I see things and that's no issue. That's no issue.
Sure. And I was doing
your show just keeps Rooster saying your show just keeps doing better. Love when we called you in and proud of you guys. Been saying, well, actually, see, the only reason I didn't do call-ins today was because of having Kimball. We're going to start doing call-ins a lot more. Now, I will not do call-ins on the intermissions. That's one reason I want to go to 45 minutes on the pregame, is to allow for a couple call-ins. But the other thing that I'm concerned about is it's my phone number. I don't want my phone number on the internet. I don't have a side phone. If I had a side phone, yeah, that's fine. You know, I can turn that off and not worry about it. But I don't have, so I don't want my number on the internet. But I'm working on it. We'll work on it. We'll keep your comments in. We'll keep the call-ins coming. That worked really good yesterday. I was really concerned about how that was going to work, Brock. I mean, I'll tell you straight up.
I was excited. I mean, I know we kind of joked about it, and Rooster was like, "Oh, I'm the first caller," but I actually put a tweet out or put a message out that he should call himself the longtime listener, first time caller.
Time caller, yeah.
Because he was there. So I hope we do more of that. I think that's pretty cool. Again, there's some sensitivities to security, and once your number's on the internet, that happened to me one time, and I just got spammed for about 3 months, and it's a big mess. So we don't want you to go through that, but we're trying to work through ways to do it.
Jason, I'd have to look at doing Facebook Messenger calls. The problem with that is I don't know. Sometimes with the audio, it'll walk over, and I can't with the Facebook Messenger call. I can't control the audio. On the phone, if someone's saying something I don't like, I can control it. I can mute them out, right? Because I have it's part of my soundboard. Mm-hmm. In a Facebook Messenger call, it would actually be part of Brock. Like Brock is coming through the same way that a messenger call. I couldn't cut him out without cutting all of that out. So it's something we'd have to look at.
Could just put a bunch of cuss words together. I could do it, and there's nothing guy could do about it. Yeah.
So we're all have now. Look, I warned everybody about the potential of the F-bombs on the pregame show. You were warned about that. So if you had an issue about that, that's on you. I warned you. And then I said, we're going to come back to PG, and we will. We did. But if I got a guest that I know can go, do it. Yes, I know about Discord, and I'm going to look into that. But it's kind of the same problem Discord runs into, where the audio would come over the same way that Brock comes over. So, but it is something to look at. I do have a Discord. Actually, it was on my page for a while, but we took it down. We'll probably get it back up and look at that. We do want to get your comments, right? We want your phone calls. We are more of a radio show, an honest to goodness video radio show that's trying to do more. I want to get more highlights in. I want to bring graphics in. Me and Brock are talking about this, right? Oh no, Jason, we love the suggestions. We love them. Don't take it wrong. I'm just letting you know that good suggestions, that we thought about a lot of this. I've talked to Brock. I want to get some type of statistics graphic. I read them out. We'll have something I can put on the screen while we're reading them out. Things like that. I'm looking at
about the way, a lot of things that we're trying out now are things that we're kind of doing a test run for next season when we can just really roll this out. So that's why we love feedback. We love hearing what's working, what people are liking, what people aren't, because we're trying to build it. And again, we get it that it wasn't built in a day. And Guy, I mean, you were there from day one, and looking at your stuff, saying, "I do this," and now look at you. So, it's a growth, and I'm glad everybody that's been with us. I just want to say thank you, because man, it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to you.
There was one time I did a show when I first started, a draft day show, where I had set a second TV up, right, with my camera, so that person could be on the TV and then show on my camera. I tried that. I got 1 or 2 call-ins, and it worked okay, but it was just way too much to handle. I mean, you should see my setup now. I've kind of shown you before. I have a laptop here. That's my main laptop. I got my TV with my camera on top of it, my big TV. I've got a smaller TV that's got the games on, a light above that, a light here, and then another laptop over here that I can use to bring up different stats or things like that if I need. So, I mean, I've got a pretty decent setup. And now that with the mic setup and the soundboard and all that, the stuff is here for us to take the next step. And we're working towards that. What's going to happen? What needs, and I'll be honest, you know what needs to happen for the next step? 100. We need to have between 50 and 100 viewers regularly. right? And you know who that's on? And you know, you look at it and you go, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to, it's on you guys. It's on you guys. It's on you guys to go in the lounge. And when you see these posts, make comments under them, like them. I put, and I'm not trying to be a jackass right now. I'm really not. But what happens is I put stuff in the lounge. I put stuff in the bigger groups and no reaction to it. Well, if there's no reaction to it, no one's going to pay attention to it. Right. If it gets reaction, people pay attention to it. It's going to get the more people that go in the lounge and say, hey, guys, this is a good pregame show. This is a good, this is a good show to make things happen. Right. Absolutely. But if you don't do that, it's not going to grow. Oh, no, Ashley. And you know, I know you are, and we're talking about it. We're working on it. I know you are, Ashley. And I know this might be me preaching to the choir a little bit, but I'll tell you something else you can do. Tell people to go back and watch it afterwards. Tell people to go back. Hey, you know, you can always go back and watch the shows. This was the one thing with the contest that kind of upset me. Remember when I was doing bonus points, right? And I was doing the secret phrase. I kept hearing, well, I can't watch the show. I can't watch the show. Two things. Here's two things. There were two secrets. First of all, in the opening show, in the pregame show, I wrote the secret phrase. It was in there.
Yeah.
Second thing was you could always go back and watch the show later, scan through it. You had 24 hours to put it in. Everybody that did it within 24 hours is going to get at least 1 point. And people didn't. They were upset, so I had to take them off, right? Rooster says the lounge is full of interesting people. I usually stay away from it, but I can start. Well, I'll tell you what, Rooster, you've got 400 more people in your bats and pucks group. Talk to them. See if we can start getting them. I mean, I caught them after work. I know she did. There's a lot of different things that we can do. Twitter. Sure. I don't get a lot of info on Twitter. Tomorrow. Well, here's tomorrow's show. I don't post. I'm not going to post. Well, actually not tomorrow's show, Friday show. I'm not going to post anything in any groups until we do Friday's show. So I can do that directly to the lounge. So we're going to be directly in the lounge. Right. You know, Ashley, I know you were, but you know what? Those are all extra. It's not, you have 9 extra tickets into the door prizes, 9 extra tickets into the door prizes because of that. So, you know, you're going to pay off. You're going to pay off. There are, and you know, we could talk a little strategy, right? I think it's okay. There are 41,000 people in the lounge. Oh yes, the show is promoted in Bats and Puck. Ashley and Roland share it there. Keep talking about it. You know, keep talking about. There are 41,000 people in the lounge. 10%. If I could get 10% of them to regularly come on the show and the website, I would have enough traffic, and this is daily. You know, for daily to get them to come. I'd have enough traffic to get me the camera I need. And B, start paying my writers to get more writers, to get more content and get a better studio set up and do other things like that. But I'm not getting that. I'm not. So I got to keep pushing for that. You know, somebody says I got to start writing. I need Brock to get on my ass to start writing a little more. I know Brock's a great writer, with the exception of one article that he's written me. I've loved everything he's written. Right. I've absolutely loved it. And he's my stuff. He's worked with me, my stuff. He's helped edit and he does that. And I think you like my stuff. I mean, I know it's a little different than yours, but
well, you know what? I like things like you do like more of the polls and the quick questions and things that really generate support. You know, I'm trying to do a little bit more of a deeper dive, a little bit more news analysis and try to, you know, keep people on the site and keep people reading the site a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad people are reading it, and I'm glad we have a different style. Otherwise, it'd be just boring. You know, we have different styles.
Yep. And you know, I think I'm going to try and write tonight. It's still kind of early. I might have some time to clear my head, and you know, this show's winding down now. Brock, I want to thank you, man. And I want to say that Ian, you know what, you are too, buddy. And Ian, we're going to work with you. You can friend me. I know you can friend me, and just like Brad Pond does, since Roland can't always help, if you friend me, you can PM me your picks, because I know that you don't understand the website, and I'm okay with that, case by case basis. So if you want to do that, Ian, absolutely. Oh yes, Jeremy is going to be on tomorrow from the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy's going to the NFL draft.
Yep.
So we get some draft news for the Kansas City Chiefs while we're out there. Him and his wife feel 1,000% better. He got a hold of me today. They've been fighting COVID. He's ready to come back. He's and I told him we miss him, and he knows that. So he's going to do some draft coverage from us tomorrow. We're gonna try and get him
today. Was real happy to hear from him, and he said excited. I think he and I might get together next week and try to record a little bit of a playoff kind of chit chat. So excited. For Jeremy.
No, we're doing good, and the things that we're working on together, we're strategizing for next season, right? Mm-hmm. Next season we're going to have 82 shows to do. 82 times 4. Okay. Think about that. 82 times 4. That's what it takes to put this together. And to do that, we've got to make sure that we have some income coming in, that we're getting articles out, that we're starting to be able to have pre-production meetings.
Yeah.
Right. And things like that. And we are looking at all that stuff, but it comes at a price, and the price is you guys helping out, you guys bringing it in. I got told this once: if your show is good, people will watch. Well, I keep getting told how good my show is, but I don't see the people watching. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. So, but we're going to keep moving in that direction that we can move in every single day.
Yeah.
Right. And that's all there is to it. We're going to keep doing that for you guys. Yeah. Because that's what we want to do. Right.
I've also noticed, as a team, when they did poorly, sometimes the engagement wasn't as high or as long. Mm-hmm. And when the team wins, everybody's excited. We get very good engagement. So,
you see that too. And but here's the difference now. Now on the radio, when the team does bad, they do better when the team does bad. Mm-hmm. Aloha from Damien. Oh, hey, family man, if you're in Hawaii, we got to get together, bud. We got to get together. Let me know. Send me a message or something. Send me something on Facebook or YouTube or on Twitter, and we'll go from there. Aloha, buddy. We appreciate you. Wow, man, I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're going to have to start wrapping up in about 3. I'm going to have to go in a couple minutes here.
Yep. Okay. So, right. We got tomorrow. We can do an extra pregame to postgame tomorrow. And we got Friday show. Friday show is going to be fun. I'm going to have, there's a guy out there called Hockey Mask Guy who makes replicas of vintage hockey mask. Mm-hmm. He's going to come on and show us some of his stuff, and we're going to talk to him, and he's interested in the contest. So we're going to have him on tomorrow to talk about that and some of that stuff. And then we'll continue, or not tomorrow, Friday, for Friday show. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about that Minnesota game on Saturday, and hopefully I have good news about a guest on Saturday. So, hey, Brock, thank you so much. You're a great member of the STL Fan Report and a great member of Fan Report Media Group. You're what's going to make Fan Report Media Group what it is, and I appreciate you.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to network and get the word out as people know. I've been tweet a lot, and including you guys in the tweets. So just join in, man.
Yep. Keep following the Twitter. Keep following Facebook. Keep following YouTube. And that's the other thing on YouTube. Go to the videos on YouTube and like them on YouTube too. Start putting comments on YouTube because that helps. Everything that you do, every comment you make helps us out. So this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo. You know me from Facebook. I'm sorry I'm in St. Louis. I just know you're from Hawaii. Okay, no problem, bud. No problem. I know there's some Hawaii friends out here. I know some Hawaii friends. So I'm Guy. I'm bleeding blue with you, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha. Dun, 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 dun.